All right, everyone, take notes if you want to, but you don't need to because if you want to watch this in the future, you can. And you can type your questions into the chat, and I'll try to kind of work them into our talking points. There's a couple more people who just joined us. Go ahead and put yourself on mute so we can hear all the background noise. I know it's kind of windy outside, like it was earlier. All right. Like I said, so you can do some comments. You can do comments and the questions, and I'll try to kind of work those in. Ms. Roberts, if you could put yourself on mute, please.
I'm mute. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you. If you go down to the bottom.
Yeah.
And
you want me to put myself on mute?
Please do, yes. Sorry, that sounds really rude. I saw a thing on Facebook the other day that said, can you please put yourself on mute is going to be like what teachers say all year next year while we're in the classroom. All right, so really quickly, hopefully things are settling in for most people. Everyone is settled in really, really well, and everything's going really smoothly. Make sure you're checking your emails every day for anything coming out from the school. Not near as many coming in now as there was a long time ago. Again, the school out extension is going to last through the rest of the school year. If you didn't know, which you probably did, so I think we're good. But just know that there is some sort of plan in place to get the kids their supplies. Something to the effect of certain grade levels on certain days at certain times and things like that. And I'm sure there'll be more than just one, just in case they have it in the middle of the day and you can't get there. We'll definitely figure something out. We're going to be bagging up all the things for the students. Belle, I found out about the yearbooks. As far as I know, they are hoping to be in by the time you guys come pick up your stuff. So it's one of those things where I know that the place had to close down for a little bit, but they think that they're going to be ready for us. So I don't have a definitive answer from you, but Ms. Donahoe says she's hopeful that we'll have those by the time you guys pick up your stuff. All right. And then another question that Miss Krause asked last time was about like a little get together for the end of the year, maybe when all this is kind of over and said and done with. Miss Donahoe says that is definitely something that we could do, but it would not be able to be school or teacher sponsored. So it would be something that a parent could put together. Maybe we could help in getting the information out there, but it wouldn't be something that Ms. Harris or I could put together, and we wouldn't be able to have it obviously on school grounds. So maybe something at a park where we can get it all out to everybody, maybe in June or July or whenever the quarantine guidelines have been lifted and a large group of people can get together. But I think that's a wonderful idea because I would love, 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 love to be able to see everybody at some point in the summer. So we're going to kind of play it by ear with that one and see what happens. So let's see, yearbooks, hopefully we talked about that. Okay, for me, my biggest thing is, can you please make sure that the kiddos are watching the videos that at least that I'm doing. I'm having lots of kids ask questions, and I know they didn't watch the video because I'm like, oh, you didn't watch the video because you're asking something that I went over. Like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. What am I supposed to do with this? And in the video, I'll say, do this, don't do this part. But then I'll have someone who does it completely opposite. So, and then I'll talk to some kids and I'll say, they'll ask me a question and I'll say, did you watch the video? And I'm not kidding you. More times than not, kids will say no. And I just want to say, well, they're trying to do their assignment and they're trying to figure things out and they're confused and they didn't watch the lesson. So that's kind of like walking into my class the last 10 minutes and expecting to know what to do on the homework. Okay, so make sure the kids are watching the videos. I even thought about creating something to ask them that question. Next week, I'm going to do these little hidden things in my videos where I ask the students to do something specific, like, hey, everybody put a yellow smiley face over your number 2 answer, just to kind of see if they're watching, because there's a lot of kids who I know are not watching. And it's like missing the lesson. You can't do the homework if you haven't had the lesson. So definitely make sure the kids are watching the videos. Work turned in early. For me, I've been encouraging my kiddos to turn their work in early. Sometimes that last math page that I have to have the kids do on their own and take the grade can be kind of difficult. So I had encouraged the kids, if they can turn it in before Friday, I can look over it. And if they missed 3 out of the 5 questions, I'll send it back to them and say, hey, look at number 1, number 2, and number 5 again. And they can go redo number 1, 2, and 5. and resubmit it to me. And if they get those right, then they can still get the 100. But if they wait until Friday to turn it in, then when I grade it, they'll have to get the 40, and then I can return it to them. And then the highest grade they can get is a 70. And I also had a couple of students who like just left one day off, like just forgot to do one of those days. And I was able to send it back to them, said, hey, you forgot to do Tuesday. And they did Tuesday and sent it back to me again early. And then they got the 100 instead of the 80 or the 60. So I'm encouraging any students who want to do the work early and turn it in as soon as they can, the better it is for me and the less time I spend grading over the weekends, because I'm supposed to have my grades in by Sunday morning, and that's hard to do when it's due on Friday. So I like to try to grade them on Friday as soon as I can and get it back to the kids. So, and then also just check for redos. So if a student has an assignment and they get it back, it comes back to them, and I'll put in the little comments, hey, you made a 100 on the participation, but you made a 40 on the Friday assignment. Redo it and send it back to me, and so you can get a higher grade up to a 70. That way that they can do that. So just make sure that, I think I've had a couple of kiddos who just send it and they turn it in and then they don't ever think about it again. So make sure that they're just kind of checking their comments when they get their pages back, especially if it's a grade below a 70, because they can definitely bring that up. So, and then again, just keep commenting on those private comments. I'm kind of at the point where I don't have any parents texting me anymore, which is awesome. Most parents are communicating through the private comments and through email, and that's great. That's kind of the best way right now. I'm kind of trying to get away from texting as much as possible. That was kind of a beginning of the quarantine kind of thing, because I knew the parents were freaking out. So, Ms. Harris, I think I'm done if you want to say anything.
Awesome. Just a couple things kind of along the same lines as Mrs. Turney as far as grades. Now that we're kind of getting into things, we've been noticing a few things that are happening with more than one student. For her, it was, the video's not being watched. For me, I know, and I've commented on y'all's when I returned them last week, and I'm about almost done with my social studies ones now. So some of you have already probably gotten it back with a little comment saying this, but my slides for social studies now just have the links. It just has the 2 links for the different Google Forms, and that's where the activities are, and that's how you're getting the grades. So I was having some students turn in the slides, but they had actually clicked on that link and done the work through the links, which is where the grades are actually going to be coming from. So make sure that you're clicking on those links, and also making sure that on both social studies and English language arts, I always put the activity that's going to go in Home Access Center as a pass or fail. I label that one as feedback activity, and I highlight it, I bold it, it's in all caps, and it says feedback activity. That's the one that I'm taking that pass fail on, that you're going to see on Home Access Center for the report cards. So do not skip that one. So it's sometimes at the very last slide, sometimes at the beginning, it just kind of depends, but make sure that you're paying special attention to that one, because that is the one that's going in Home Access Center. The other grade that I'll put, because I am going to be taking 2 for each of those, the other grade will just be completion, as far as did you turn in the slides on time? Did you do all of the other work that you needed to for English language arts and for social studies? So just make sure that you are taking care of that. I do have some that have been turned in, but didn't have that. So I did send it back, and I put the grade on there and said, you need to complete whatever assignment it is in order to receive that passing grade. So just that's what that is. I had it was a lot better this past week than it was the week before, though. So I think we're starting to figure out that that's what is needing to happen. So good job, those of you who did it. Thank you. You're awesome. Just want to make sure we stick to that. I don't think those are my 2 points that I had. I don't think I had anything else. I do have my phone back now, so.
Yay. I did see that somebody asked a question about ordering yearbooks. I will check with Ms. Donahoe on that. Normally that is an option when they get yearbooks in. Sometimes they've ordered extras and they have extras. I don't know with the situation if that is an option this year, but I will email Ms. Donahoe and I will find out. And Ms. Bell, you were asking about that, so I'll let you know that directly. And then I will also let Fernando's mom know that about directly. And for everyone else, I'll put it in we'll talk about it at the next parent meeting. I'll just put it in there whether we can order yearbooks or not. And then I didn't see any other questions in the chat. So I think if we're done, we're done. Is that, I was trying to make it less than 10 minutes. Oh, it was. We didn't start till 7:35. So it was 10 minutes. All right. So if you don't have any questions or if you don't want to sit on and eavesdrop on everyone else that does have questions, you can jump off at this point. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to try to make these meetings 10 minutes or less from kind of here on out, just so that you can get just quick points and then go about your family life and do your thing. So if you don't have any questions, you can go. Thank you for joining and see y'all later. If anyone has any questions, to stay on for a second. I'll kind of just call you out one at a time, kind of like I do at school, and we'll just kind of go from there. All right, let's see. All right, Aiden's mama, do you have any questions for us? Thumbs up, thumbs down? No, you're good? Okay, Sarah's mom, questions? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Second.
No? Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Ben and Sam's mom, do you have any questions? I can't hear you because you're on mute. Ben and Sam's mom. There you are.
Hi. No, all good. I mean, I'm just breathing right now. It's a lot.
Okay, that's good. Keep breathing.
Yes.
Those are good things to do. Do you have any questions?
Keep breathing, and keep swimming. That's my motto right now.
Yeah. Swimming. All right, let's see. Benjamin Weir, any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, go right ahead.
For the science,
Yes, baby.
do the bugs you put the picture of? Do they have to be in your area so that you can catch them or anything?
Baby, you have a choice. I think in the video I said you can either find an actual bug like I did, or you can just find one on a
Okay.
like a Google picture, like a Google image.
Yeah, I just did a Google picture.
That's fine, as long as you know what type of bug it is and you can figure out what stage of life it's in. And so just like a picture, tell me what kind of bug it is and then what stage of life it's in.
Okay, thank
Okay?
you.
You don't want to go find real bugs?
Well, because the bugs that I like aren't in my backyard.
Oh, well, I didn't find a bug that I liked. I just made my husband and I'm not a bug person, but yeah. All right, we're good. Thank you, Benjamin. All right,
You're
Lil Mom, do you have any questions? Miss Moore, any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I have some insider info.
Oh,
There is a few extra yearbooks ordered.
oh,
Anybody that wants one can email the yearbook email, which is yearbookhurstHills@gmail.com, to get on the waiting list for yearbooks.
okay. Yearbook Hurst Hills at what?
Gmail.
Gmail.
She didn't tell me how many they ordered, but they said a few. And we usually ordered between 5 and 10 extras. So they probably just rounded up to whatever the next
Okay.
price was. Is what we usually do.
I will definitely let's see. Yes, that's right. Okay. Jennifer Bell and then Fernando's mom was asking as well. So I will let them know if they're not on here anymore that they need to do that. So, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's good to know people. It's all about, it's about who you know.
I know, right?
Liz, how's your job going, Liz?
It's good. I just got my back to work date today.
Oh, really? When is that happening?
The 18th, I guess. So the 15th is the last work from home day. So that's like a Friday. So then I'll be in. So I'll be back Monday.
Okay. Well, good. I know it was weird because when you started your new job, all this crazy stuff was starting. So
Yeah, it was very strange.
I know. Good to see you, Liz. All right, Miss Natalie McGee, do you have any questions, baby? No questions, Natalie? All right. Miss Miller, how are you? You have some questions? Wait just a sec. You're still on mute. There you go.
I
Okay.
think the main one is that it was a general life cycle, but you wanted a bug. At any point, are there going to be any reptiles?
I think the first day, I think Monday was a bug, and I think Tuesday is a plant. Not a bug,
Okay.
animal. Does it say animal or bug?
Yeah, Zoe found a reptile.
That
We have pictures.
That's fine. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I'll have her send it. Like
It's
they
funny
spent an
because
hour doing that today.
I say animal, but I'm assuming most kids are going to go get bugs. But no, I mean, I guess I could use my dog Sadie if I wanted to.
Well, we
No.
found this lizard, and she was for sure she found a new species. I was like, baby, that's not likely. But okay.
You just name it, right? If she
It
does.
ran away because it was real freaked out because almost all the children were outside.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
Good
No,
times.
any animal is absolutely fine.
Okay, very good. I'll let her know.
All right, thank you.
All
Hey,
right, bye.
Thomas, do you have any questions, baby?
No, ask your questions.
I don't have any questions.
He has questions, but he said he's been trying to send messages for y'all to respond to him.
But my private messages, it doesn't pop up for me.
Okay, so when you open up an assignment and you try to do a private message, it doesn't open? It doesn't
No,
pop
I usually just go to stream.
Okay, so that I'm not looking at the stuff on stream, babe. Well, I mean, I am like the things that are on stream for me, it's just like fun stuff for you guys to comment on. Because when it pops up in my email that you commented on Trophy Tuesday or Would You Rather Wednesday, I just delete that in my emails. And because I figure you guys are just commenting on that. The ones that I really pay attention to is if you comment on an actual assignment. So when you've got the assignment open and you do the private comment, that's the one where I'm looking at the questions. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you have a question about something, that's where you need to comment on it. So do you have a question about something for math or science for last week, or say again, baby?
Not right now.
Not right now. Or did you get that all finished? Because you had a lot left and you just drank it really well. Oh, that would hurt my stomach if I drink it that fast. Okay, so that's what you need to do is just comment in the private comment section. Okay, Thomas?
But where would it be on the activity?
Over on the right side. So when you open the activity, over on the right side is where you should be able to add your private comments. Normally, even over on the right side, kind of where the turn in button is, I think it's below the turn in button. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, Mom, any questions?
Okay, is there a way that I can, because I work in the daytime, and so if I want to be able to monitor what he's doing and not have to actually go into it, is there like a what do you call it?
No, there's not.
Not that I know.
Yeah, the way that, it's if you just ask him, hey, open up your math and your science and show me the work for Tuesday, because it's the Tuesday video and then the Tuesday work. So
yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just been opening up on my phone, periodically.
Yeah, that's really the only way to see it, because the way that both of us did it was to create one assignment that they open all week long. The same thing. The only way to do that is just to actually go in and just kind of look at it. So I wish there was an easier way.
I wish there was an easier way.
Yeah, that's the only way I know how to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anybody that's on have any more questions?
No.
Okay, we're good to go. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop recording.